let's go. We're rolling good. Let's talk about this. Yeah, I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by scammers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I knew a lot of scammers in my pool hall days. I knew a guy that was one of the first guys that ever was involved in credit card fraud back in like the early '80s. His name was International Sal. He was a fucking character, like a real character.
Sal?
Sal, International Sal. That's what they called him, because he was like a mob guy, essentially. And what they would do is they would go to grocery store or department stores rather. And you know they had those carbons when you would in the old days with credit cards.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
They would take those carbons, and someone would sell him the carbons, and then they would print copies of credit cards, and then they would buy a bunch of shit. And then they'd sell that shit, and they would come to him with bags of money to the pool hall. And then
That's a good idea.
And he would blow it all. He would blow it all. It's like we always talked about. It's like he had dirty money and he couldn't keep it. It's like he couldn't win. Like he could not win. Like if the 9-ball was 4 inches in front of the hole, he would find a way to dog it.
Oh, like the Cosmos knew that the money was no good.
Yeah, it was something. It was like, is it in his head? He had the worst case of buck fever I've ever seen in my fucking life. It was just like...
Yeah, it's like he's got like the devil and the angel on his shoulders, and the angel's giving him advice. You know, so he loses his money.
And he was a good guy. He just came from a life of crime. But he was a good guy. It's weird. Like,
I wonder what his last name was, because there's we were looking up people with our last name, and we found a Sal Rinella in Joliet prison. And I liked how much it sounded like salmonella, you know.